Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Official Word back again with another video. Today we're going to be using Fireball Furnaces. This attack is so strong. Any testing that I've been doing with it has been absolutely phenomenal. I think it's the easiest attack in the game right now. You don't have to know how to RC charge. You just have to put Furnaces down behind the Warden. Throw your Fireball almost whenever it feels like, and you will 3-star any base. We got more Furnaces in the Siege Barracks. Like, this attack is just triple after triple after triple. So I'm going to show you guys how to use it today. I got 3 Furnaces also in the Siege Barracks. This is my equipment for today. I got a Mighty Morsel on, so everything's going to look maxed right now. But this is what I'm running on every champion. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so attack 1, and we get ourselves a nice core rage base. Yeah, I would like to get in there. I like to fireball this gear tower. That's kind of what I always do on this base. So I'm going to start a little bit down here, where it's usually safe. Usually with Jelly, I start through this single and walk down towards the Ricochet, but this is a little bit of a different army, so we're going to figure out how to crack it with this one. Getting 3 Furnaces down is usually what I like to do behind the Warden. I don't like that. The Ricochet cannon is banging onto the Furnace right there. I'm going to use an Invis already because, yeah, my Warden was taking a little bit of damage. But I'm hoping that soon these Furnaces should start tanking for the Monolith. They don't. But we get the Crusher Mortar down already. So I think I'll be fine right here. I'll let my Warden continue walking. We got the Ice Block, one to help throw the Fireball, but also in case you're taking too much damage on your Warden. It's actually really helpful. So yeah, we're going to continue walking right here. He's going to get towards the air defense. And then right when he takes down that air defense, he's going to go to the Collector. And that's when I'm going to throw this Fireball. 4 Invis right there. Maybe I could have done it a little bit more efficiently, but wanted to make sure I got it right here. I will need an Invis for this single, so I gotta be a little careful. Maybe I'll throw down just another Furnace to really try and tank this well enough. Starting my heroes in right here. I like to usually use a Furnace to push everything in on either side right here. I got 1 Invis, but luckily that'll be enough since the Warden's already on the single. So we get it down right here. Yeah, the play for me is going to be trying to get down more Furnaces behind the Warden. I like to stack 3 at a time, so as you see right here, I got groups of 3. I think that does the best. Yeah, I like having the 1 Furnace, especially on this flank, to push your Warden in. This one, okay, it died already. I usually just like it maybe to help with time, but I'm going to have 3 come out of the Siege Barracks right there. Warden's just cruising through this one. I don't even think we'll need these Furnaces, but I mean, what's the point of not using them? So we'll probably just end up using them right here. I got so many Furnaces rolling in. I'm just going to give my Warden support because I don't know where else to put these. This base is just crushed. I got 2 Rage spells still left to use. There's my Queen ability. I had a Rage in hand ready, but it didn't look like I'm actually going to need it right here. She does go fight the King, so I'll Rage her to get through the King and scatter just because that's a decent damage section. But yeah, we got so many Furnaces. 3 more are coming behind the Warden right there, and then we even got 3 more coming in right there. So after he pops this Invis tower, which will be in a second right here, nice, he even kills it at the same time. I'll probably use the Ice Block because the Minion Prince likely is going to be coming over. Actually, I'm not even going to need it. So we just got a huge swag on this one. RC swag, poison, like that's 4 spell slots, and a hero. Like, this is just, it's an insane army, and it's just so easy. Like right now, they really got to nerf Furnaces. Alright, next base here, and as I was saying, it's just so easy. Like, that's the biggest thing with this strategy right now, which is just brainless, to be honest. This one could be a little bit more troublesome. Obviously, I don't like seeing that hook tower, but I got a good plan for this one. Yeah, I'm going to go for the instant fireball right here. Right into the fire splitter because that'll give me the hook tower, but also the monolith. I did miss the multi-archer tower right there that I totally could have gotten, but it's alright. As long as I don't lose Sneezy to it, which I shouldn't because the damage is split up from all 3 shots, then we're fine. I got a Furnace down, but I don't know where the Warden's going yet, so maybe that was a mistake. Looks to me like he's going to go down. Yep, so I'll drop 2 more to give him 3. I really do think groups of 3 is the best placement of them. Well, there's a decent back end here. There still is the Clan Castle, but yeah, we'll kind of see. You can't pull Black Mines with Sneezy if you didn't know, so I'm going to get the balloons in. Sometimes I start my Sui like right now, like just really early. We hit the whole red mine farm there, expecting Root Riders, I guess, to that entry. And yeah, look at that. 2 black mines come down. There's even more, so I'm going to get more balloons in. Okay. And then probably right about when I get my second group of furnaces in is when I'm going to start my heroes. So yeah, right here, another 3 right there, and then boom, I'm going to start my heroes just like that. Probably could have cut the funnel before I went in. But this shouldn't be too bad, like for my heroes right here. I'll give them an invis just to kind of loosen the damage that's on them just for a second. I'm hoping the poison tower jumps to the P.E.K.K.A.s, but it doesn't. I'll give another one for support out here with the warden. Okay, now we get into a super dragon clan castle. I'll rage right here just for my queen to get through this a little bit quicker. Another furnace to continue distracting this ricochet cannon. Gonna invis right here to keep him distracted. Queen's gonna go to ability. And yeah, like I've said before, we're looking really good right now. 2 more furnaces just to help clean up this back end. I'm going to use the ice block right here because I got the minion prince and the gear tower and single inferno all on this giant. So they can continue tanking. It might not help me too much, but it does help me definitely a little bit. And you can't say it doesn't to allow my queen to get more value. And look at that. They even get the gear tower down. I'm going to try and swag my RC once again in this one. So that's why I haven't placed her yet, but obviously a good spot would just be onto the single since your warden, if he's going to clear this area on his own, then there's no point of using her with the warden. But yeah, he just continues to walk around this base. Some people do a little royal champion charge to set up the fireball, but I would rather give you guys an army that doesn't even require that. Like, it's just so simple. You seriously just drop your warden, let all the furnaces work behind them. And I think they gotta either nerf the amount of damage the fire mites do, like the fire, because they just do so much damage, or the time they're alive or something, because furnaces are just way too strong right now, and it doesn't even matter if there's multi-infernos with this army, like they just crush. And I just wanted to say a huge congratulations to this gold pass winner, Akatsuki. Yeah, congratulations on winning your gold pass. We still have 1 more to give away, people, so make sure you're subscribed to me, make sure you're in my Discord. And yeah, if you just open a ticket in my Discord server, then we can get in touch and I can add you as a Supercell friend. But yeah, that'll be the winner for today, and good luck for tomorrow, everybody. Alright, so you just heard me say at the end of the last one about multi-infernos. If you send your furnaces directly into it, obviously they're not going to get any value. But if there's other stuff tanking the beams, then like they're still going to do fine. So, yeah, anyway. Getting into this one, we got Rage Towers, we got Single Inferno, so it's going to be hard to Warden charge the Single Infernos, but I also don't want to get a Scatter Shot, so I think I'm going to come from 6 o'clock right here. I'm aiming at that Scatter Shot for my Fireball, because it will get me down the Fire Spitter, which is what I just really don't want to hit. One thing that you can note is this Fireball, if I hit the Scatter Shot, of course, it will... I don't want Sneezy to pull the clan castle, but he always might. But if I hit the Scatter Shot, I take down the only builder hut in the area. So what you need to note about that is that I can kind of take a peek at where the fireball is going to land. I have a second right here. I can see what it's going to hit to make sure I land my quakes. And that's really important because sometimes you'll quake something and you don't actually hit with the fireball, or sometimes you don't quake something but the fireball hit it and you weren't expecting it. Just all of that happens. So if you just wait, if you can see there's no builder huts where your fireball lands, you can give it a second and yeah, kind of digest what you hit and get the quakes where you need. And so it's a really helpful tip. We're actually going to be going behind the fire spirit with my warden on this one, so this is just amazing entry so far. Heroes are going to be going into a single, which can be a little troublesome, but I'll rage them up and yeah, see if we can kind of just crush through it quickly. I kind of want my P.E.K.K.A.s to go outside, so I'm trying to funnel them out right there with the baby dragon. Nice, it looks like both of them went left. Got to keep some furnaces going in. I'm actually going to be going with 4 because we're just getting into the ricochet cannon. A little bit more damage. P.E.K.K.A.s were tanking beautifully right here onto the single. I'm going to use the ice block to just kind of keep my king alive. Let the queen go finish off the single inferno right there. Got to get a couple balloons in to test for seeking air mines, which I didn't do early enough. Just because the sweep was pushing back my healers in case the ricochet cannon was on them. I popped the invis right there. I didn't need it though, but yeah, okay, so starting one out here, did not mean to put that furnace right there, but luckily it was too close to the mortar that actually the mortar couldn't shoot it. But I like to have one in the corner there to start funneling in my warden. I'm going to use one to funnel in my heroes right here, and I'm actually going to get these furnaces to take down the town hall. You see this a lot with dragon armies using the siege barracks, where the furnaces come out of the siege barracks and take down the town hall. So if it's just the town hall, or obviously the single also won't do too much, but you know, if you're not going into a multi-inferno, your furnaces will solo the town hall. So on a base like this, even we're going to be getting a single inferno there, but the furnaces, the fire damage just really stacks up, and they still had half health. Like, they would have easily crushed through that. I swag that invis, swag this poison, swagging the rage once again. I don't think I've used it yet, and that's 3 attacks, 3 Royal Champions swagged, and it's so easy, this army. You really got to give it a try. Alright, if you guys are still watching, this is the 4th attack. I really appreciate the support. Drop a W in the comments, and I'll reply to you. It means a lot to the support, and that you're not just kind of sticking around for a minute or two. So, yeah, that means a lot. Thank you guys very much. Alright, so a fireball can have 4 tiles between the building, and if you look at this poison tower, there's 2 for the Giga Bomb, 1 for the wall, and 1 for the dead space. So if I hit this poison tower, I'm going to get the clan castle, is what I'm trying to say, sorry. So to do that, I see the fire spitter actually turned away weirdly. So I'm going to start over here just so I can kind of have a little bit of time to plan how to hit this poison tower. But I see the invis setup. I go for it right there. I missed the inferno, but that's fine with me. I don't think I could have reached it, and I'd rather get the clan castle than the inferno. 2 fire spitters. We leave the invis tower up in the core, but I'm not too worried about that because we'll have the ice block. Whether it's my heroes going to it or my warden. I'm not going to get too many infernos or furnaces down here because there's the multi, so I just didn't really want to put it straight into that. I'm going to go with 1 invis because that's all I'm going to need to take down this whole section. I'm hoping my warden doesn't go right just because I got my furnaces already lined up left, but they might, or my warden might. Getting 1 headhunter in here for the king, and yeah, we'll kind of see what's happening, where my warden decides to go, and then I'll get my heroes into the other side quickly. So it looks like my warden's picked going down this side. I'll get in Coco Loon right here. I'll get 1 up top to already kind of start funneling him in. Don't want to wait too long. You have so many furnaces. If you kind of waste their life, then it's wasted. So make sure you get them down before the attack's over, because if they don't get any furnaces down before you 3-star, then you might have you might time fail, is what I'm trying to say, if they don't even get their whole life down. So you might as well let them get as many down as they can. I don't want to rage right here since I'm probably going to ice block on top of my warden anyway, since he's going to pop this invis tower. So he does right there. I'll ice block him, kind of trying to hold him in place. I'm trying to let my warden get this town hall because it looks like he will. Yep, there he goes. He comes right back. I rage, which I really didn't need to do, to be honest with you. We're kind of cruising through this. I'll get 2 furnaces down in this corner, and the next 2 down right here. I'm going to get an invis, which I also didn't need since I was under rage, so that was a misplay by me. Let's see if we get this invis tower down. Oh, maybe not yet. That's the only scary part is right now. I don't have any more invis, so I might have to use, my warden was following my queen right there, so I might have to use my royal champion on this one. But we're still definitely going to get the triple. So yeah, what does my queen get? She leaves up the ricochet cannon, but these will go get the monolith for me. So I just kind of got to get this last compartment. Don't know if I really need my royal champion, but I don't want to risk it. We're here to get triple, show you guys how strong this army is, and, you know, we go 3 for 3 on swagging my RC. I maybe need her on this one, but regardless, it's still crushed, even though, you know, not the best follow-up from the fireball. But, yeah, this attack is just really strong. I'm really not lying about it, and I hope you guys can see that. Alright, here we go into the next one. As you know, we do not like hook towers here for fireball attacks, but I might try and let my king get pulled in by that one just based on the placement. I think that's a phenomenal choice. So now I want to see where else I could fireball. I think something like onto this air defense might be alright, but maybe that poison tower is a better one, because that will get the fire spitter and really push me down to the bottom with my warden. So that's what I'm going to try and do right here, setting up 3 furnaces. Usually I like them in kind of that formation all the way around. We'll see here where he goes, but I think, yeah, I don't want to get pulled in by that hook tower, so I also don't want that archer tower, though, to cause problems. So I'm going to drop 1 more furnace that'll go after the archer tower. I'm going to let the furnaces cook, so what I'm going to do is when my warden starts tanking the damage from that ricochet cannon, maybe, I can use the ice block on him. Let's see right here. If he fights these skellies, this is perfect. Okay. Double invis is all I'm going to need right there. I don't know if I hit the expo. Yeah, I do. I didn't with the quakes, but that's totally fine with me. I don't know if I can pull my ward in here, though. Nice. 3 balloons get it because the sneezy's alive. So that's huge. Usually you can't control your Warden that well with this attack. Yeah, so we'll see right here. My Warden's going to continue. Nice. That's just looking absolutely crushed right now with all the balloons. All the furnaces kind of pushing around. Here you're going to see what I was talking about. I'm going to use my king. He's going to get pulled right in by that. Boom, there he goes. King ability right there. He's got the Phoenix, so I'm not really worried about him dying. And I know it won't get like amazing value, but it will completely negate the hook tower, which can be so problematic. So at least we get that out of the way. I'm going to rage my queen and headhunter because she does have a lot to get through. I didn't start my furnace early enough out here, which I usually like to do. I'm going to get one in this corner as well. My queen could use a little bit of support right here, not going to lie. I want to get down this monolith if I can. Yeah, queen ability is going to go off right here. I'll go to the invis to try and keep her alive. Another furnace to help on my warden. I might be stacking too many right there to really benefit from their value, but I'm going to go with the invis right there. I'm going to rage up my warden because I'm trying to see if I can swag my RC on this one. Now, it might not look promising, but just with all the furnaces I got left, I know there's that multi-inferno tower, which might cause some problems since the furnaces you see are not reaching it. But I know it doesn't look promising to swag my RC, but just give me some time and you'll see in just a couple seconds how much these furnaces do. Yeah, it's a little bit troublesome not getting any value into that multi, so I'm just going to use my RC right there just to be safe, because yeah, that wasn't going down by the furnaces and I don't want them to just be fully wasted, so I can get a little bit of value by them. I'll drop the poison right there onto the enemy queen just to once again be safe. Don't think I needed it, but I don't want to risk the triples because yeah, we're just kind of cruising through this and I want to show you how powerful this is, and the best way to do that is by 3-starring every base that we come across. So yeah, this one's just looking absolutely crushed. I'll use the invis once again just to be safe, but I don't think I needed it. I'm not going to need this invis or the ice block, but I don't want to swag the ice block since it was donated to me, and I don't want to make a clanmate donate it or use my medals for no reason. But yeah, there we go with one more. Alright, earlier I asked you if you were still watching to throw a W down in the chat. If you're still here, type real one in the comments. You know, we only got a couple hits left. If you've watched the video this far, you're a real supporter, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, if you're still here, type real one in the comments. It looks like though on this base, I'm just going to set up quite an easy triple invis. I could have maybe tried to do something to get that, make sure my warden doesn't go down here. There we go, we're good. To try and get the flame spinner, but I wasn't too worried about it. It's not that strong, especially not against a warden charge. So yeah, not really worrying about it right there. What's going to happen is, nice, of course my furnace gets shot with one shot. I want to see if I need the headhunter. I've got it ready, obviously, but if the flames can stack up, yeah, I'm going to need it right here. He would have just killed my warden, or I think. So, yeah, it looks to me like my warden's going to be pushing right. There's my third furnace to go down. I think one or maybe two of those are going to go to the left now. Nice that the buggers pull that right there. I kind of want to check for any traps. Maybe I shouldn't be using a Cocoa Loon is one thing I'm thinking about, just because if I use that like right before I place my warden, because then 3 can be kind of hard to pull your warden with. I don't like charging into a fire spitter, so maybe I should have went in from the other side, but it is what it is now. Getting 3 more furnaces down to help the warden as I do. Yep, he's going to be continuing to roll. I think I might drop a second one up here, because if I can really push him into this core, that'd be ideal. So I'm going to really try my best to force him in there by funneling the corner just a little faster. He moves his way into the fire spirit. The only reason I don't like charging them is to not let your healers get hit, but it doesn't look like that's happening right here, so that's always nice. Kind of hoping my king comes back in to fight the queen, and he does. That's amazing. Yep, nice, because his ability is going to be really helpful here on this air defense, because that'll just open up literally the rest of the base. This one's looking, I know it's a little bit of a rushed base, but this one's looking just like a massive swag right here. There's his ability, like I said, to open up the rest of the base. 3 more furnaces come down to really support my warden on that outside. Yeah, I got so many spells left, I don't even know if I need anything right here. I'll pop my queen ability just to really help me kind of walk through that section. Invis right here because it's a lot of value on all 3 queens and the giant. And then I think I'm going to try and swag the rest of the spells right here. I might use one more invis just to make sure I get down that multi, because that's the only thing that maybe could cause problems. And if this single walks onto my warden, okay, it shouldn't though, because there's so much distraction right here. But yeah, huge swag right here. We're swagging both rages and 3 other spell space, so that's 7 spell space plus my RC once again. Yeah, I don't know, if this attack doesn't seem powerful to you, then I don't know what I can say differently to you. Yeah, it's so strong right now, and you really got to give it a try. This will give you really easy and really consistent 320s. It's really simple to use and really easy to keep your warden alive, because often you don't need to use all the invis, and that's why I don't like the RC charge at the start as well, because it'll suck up invis and you might not be able to keep your warden alive later on in the attack. All right, 2 more hits. Let's not fumble today now. Another hook tower we don't like, but checking the distance once again, we could either try and get our king in there, or, which I'd like to rather get a fireball in this core. We could either fireball this fire spitter or this scatter and get it either way. I think I want to go for that fire spitter, and like I mentioned, there's a builder hut down here, but if I fireball the fire spitter, I'm going to get both of those builder huts, so nothing in this core will be healed up anymore, so I can kind of just watch and see where my fireball landed, and then get quakes down accordingly. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm already just taking a peek. I see I can invis the wizard tower multi and the town hall. That's 2 invis. And then down here, probably 1 onto that builder hut Rico wizard tower. So there's 3, and then maybe that's all I'm going to need. Maybe a 4th to be safe onto the scatter expo. But looks like this will be easily done with the 6 invis I have. Just making sure that I had enough though. Haven't needed the ice block yet, especially if my warden just kind of continues going to this storage. That's a very fine spot for him to set up the fireball. Yeah, I want to see if that invis can reach right there. It doesn't. The multi was still up, so I'm going to hit that right there. Now we see what we hit. Nice, we did get the clan castle. I wasn't sure if I would. I don't know if my warden's going down to this compartment or if he's going to go back to the town hall, but I don't really care. I'd probably rather him go to the town hall, since this bottom side's a little bit too easy. Like, my heroes can easily walk through that. He goes down though. That's fine. I'll get furnaces set up for him. I'm going to get 1 down here to push him in like I do. And this just becomes a little harder for my heroes to get into. I'm going to use my last invis right here. I have rages now, but no more invis. The furnaces, what can happen is, like right here, they're a little too far away. They take a little bit of time to run and catch up. So that can be a little bit just interesting. You got to make sure sometimes your furnaces aren't too far away. And you'll see me do that right here, kind of replacing them a little bit closer so that I can get nice and close to that monolith. Yeah, king ability I'm going to pop right here just to open everything up, because he's about to continue running out of the base. I'm going to use the ice block right here because there's the Giga Bomb, and I didn't want the Giga Bomb and monolith to maybe one-shot my warden. Don't know if I would have, but yeah, I don't want to take that risk. Going to go in with 2 more furnaces and then 1 in the corner here to try and wrap everything up. I got a really nice wall break right there up top where I can use a rage. Yeah, my warden's going to be continuing really, really nicely into this core. Got a headhunter coming in for the enemy king. This one's looking crushed. I think I'm going to be able to swag my RC. I think I'm going to be able to swag this rage once again. We'll see, because this gear tower might cause problems, and I'll need to rage if it gets onto my warden, which at the moment looks like it will. Yeah, we're cruising through this one. Obviously, we could use my RC if I really need to, if I'm in a pickle in this position. But yeah, it looks to me like maybe the furnaces will be able to take the gear tower, maybe not. But it looks like it's passing between balloons and furnaces, and yeah, my warden can take it down. So we swag the RC once again right here. We got a poison swagged, another rage, so we haven't used that second rage very much. Maybe it could be useful to carry in around another couple invis, but I think the other rage is useful. We've just been really showing the strength of the army and not needing it, right? So yeah, 1 final attack, and let's go finish it off for the easy 320. All right, final hit of the day, and we get another hook tower. So that's kind of 3 in a row, I believe. Which are the things that can cause problems to your fireball and your warden charge. So we're kind of getting tested today. This is another one I think I'm just going to sui into. Yeah, so that means, where do I want to set up my fireball? Not seeing anything really stick out to me. In that case, I'm going to go for something a little riskier. I think I can do it. But yeah, I want to try and take down just these 3 defenses out here, and I want to go in for that builder hut as a fireball target. So as soon as I take down the other archer towers, if I get onto that laboratory, I check that I'd be okay. So yeah, we're gonna go in right here. Before he steps up to the monolith, I'll go in with that right there. Invis. Let's see if we can hit that builder hut. Absolutely beautiful right there. We don't get the monolith with it, but we do kill, like I thought, okay, I'm going to get a headhunter, but he might go in. Okay, if he rams the invis tower, then my headhunter would have went cross country. I don't know if we're losing healer or the sneezy, and neither are going to be good. Okay, it was the sneezy. That's fine. I'd rather that than healer, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're looking great here. We got rid of the hook tower. It was a little bit maybe of a riskier approach trying to go in for that fireball, but I knew we could do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to rage again, actually, to get to this expo. So we are burning quite a few spells right here. Going to start the funnel mostly because the earlier you set up the funnel, the more value you get from the furnaces that are going to come out of it. So that's kind of why I'm pushing it right here. I'm going to go for the rage because then I might not need... don't want to forget my king, though. If I go for the rage, I might not need an invis as well. I mean, the furnaces are getting some crazy value right here. 3 more spread out. And we just got so many furnaces kind of lining this whole base. I don't really see how we could fail this one. I'm going to get a furnace up top even to start doing some work, as well as 2 archers. The archers might get wasted because, yeah, wherever the furnaces go, I feel like these archers are just going to walk ahead and not really help out and then die. But yeah, we're going to be walking in. This one's looking like another easy 320. Especially, or another triple, I guess, but 320 on the day. Because, yeah, King Ability is going to open everything that's left. As long as my queen does get this multi, and I'll invis her to make sure. I knew I wouldn't need the invis for my warden. Or at least I thought so. Okay, I thought the sweeper maybe could cause problems if the scatter shot locked onto him. But yeah, we're rolling around here. We got 3 more furnaces coming in from the left. There's this multi in the core. So maybe to be sure, I might just use my RC. But yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens. Oh yeah, I lost my healers right there, so that's no good at all. To let the furnaces really get their best value, yeah, I'm going to send my RC from this side because if my royal champion can just go get the multi, then those furnaces in the core have a easy time. So the poison right here gets crazy value on the minion prince, just really stopping him. And yeah, it looks like my furnaces are about to die, so they're not really going to get any more value for me. But they get a little bit more kind of running in through here. And this one kind of got... I lost my healers on my warden somehow, and that's really going to make this one close. So yeah, keeping your warden alive obviously is the key. But to be honest, that was a really easy day. That last attack there got a little close. But yeah, really easy day, easy 320. And you can see right here, this is one of the bases I posted in my Discord doing really well for me. So yeah, make sure you check out my Discord. Join it. The link's in the description of my video. And yeah, I post my Legend League bases that I'm going to be running. This base is absolutely cooking today. So we're going to get a huge positive today. Back-to-back 320s. I know it's early season and we're just having fun, but we're still doing well. And yeah, this just shows the power of this army. I'll link it in the description, but I really think it is the strongest army in the game. It's so easy to use. You don't need to know how to RC charge. And yeah, it's just 320 up to 320. So that's going to do it for this video today. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.